Mundo Explained. Today's episode is going to be on subject-verb agreement. So, what do we even mean by subject-verb agreement? What is the subject, what is the verb, and what do we mean by agreement? Well, the subject of any sentence is the person or thing doing the verb, which is the action. And agreement just means those two things match correctly. So in the sentence, the goat bleats, the subject is the goat, and bleats is the verb because that's what it's doing. When we use the phrase agree here, all we're doing is matching the right subject to the right verb. In this instance, the goat bleats works because both the goat and bleats are singular. We couldn't say the goat bleat because then we'd have a singular subject and a plural verb. So if we said instead the goats bleat, then that would be correct because then both our subject and our verb would be plural. Let's try doing this in a sentence with a preposition or prepositional phrase. I walked to the park with my friend. Now with lets us know that there's more than one person walking to the park, me and my friend. However, I is still the subject of the sentence, so we make the verb walk agree with it by being singular. In this case, the friend is not the subject of the sentence, it's the object of the preposition. Appositives, which are nouns that rename neighboring nouns, might seem to complicate matters, but since they are simply renaming another noun, their tenses match. In this sentence, Ms. Harris is an appositive for our teacher because our teacher is Ms. Harris. In all three of these sentences, the verbs match the subjects, and in this sentence, the appositive matches the subject, which matches the verb. As an added note, English doesn't have a set of standard verb endings for I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, and the plural they. These verb endings are intuitive for native English speakers, but must be memorized for those learning English as a second language. In general, though, I and you tend to match, he, she, it tends to match, and we, y'all, and they tend to match. So what we've learned here today is that the verb needs to agree with the number of subjects performing it. There may be other distracting or confusing things in your sentence, like prepositional phrases or appositives, but the important thing to remember is just to find your subject and make the verb agree with it. That's it for today, and we'll see you again next time. Bleats. Bleats. So when we use the phrase agree here, all we're doing, oh no, chuck a goat at me.